Dude, I don't get stressed out very easily. I'm a go with the flow kind of guy. I tend to deal with things as they come. I'm not a worrier. My girlfriend, she worries enough for the both of us. She is the worrier in the relationship. I'm the procrastinator. It's a good balance when you think about it. She stays on top of me, makes sure that I remember to get things done in a timely manner, and I bring her back to reality when she's worried about things that just don't need to be worried about. The only time that I will stress out about something is when I think I don't have any control over it. I uploaded the video earlier today than usual because I was meeting some friends for lunch downtown. I go to upload the video to YouTube, type the title, the description in. My keyboard's not working. Restart the computer, still not working. Had to use the on-screen keyboard to do it, which is a gigantic pain in the ass to get the video uploaded. Now, as I'm driving to lunch, I'm going through all these negative scenarios in my mind. My computer's under warranty. They're going to make me send it off for repair. That's going to take weeks, possibly months. Going to have to buy a new laptop, reconfigure all of my settings. What if the audio doesn't sound right? On and on and on I went. Until I finally just came to my senses, Googled how to fix the problem, and just fixed my keyboard. Now, when I have issues like that, and I am completely unfamiliar with how to immediately fix the problem, I will stress out about it until the issue is resolved. Now, this mainly pertains to things dealing with the channel. Sunday and Monday, for example, when I was dealing with the new microphone and audio issues, I was stressed until it was fixed. Luckily for me, most of my problems have a relatively simple solution. That is not the case for Major League Baseball. It's been a little while since we've talked about the current state of Major League Baseball here on the channel. I think the last time we talked about it was that disaster they called the All-Star Game. Oftentimes when I talk about Major League Baseball, I will make comparisons to the NBA. Both leagues are similar in size and revenue. Both leagues have long seasons. But there's a huge difference between the NBA and Major League Baseball. Most of the NBA's problems are self-inflicted. Their relationship with China, Adam Silver providing world-class fellatio to Xi Jinping. Once his services are no longer needed, he flies to gay pride parades where he makes woke love to the Pepperidge Farm guy. Players like LeBron James or former players like Jalen Rose pushing mythical racism. Hell, we just talked about one of their self-inflicted wounds just yesterday. The NBA refusing to schedule games on Election Day, which they are now trying to turn into another woke holiday. Come join us on Election Day. Cast your ballot. If you select the wrong candidate, we will correct it for you. After you vote, walk on over to Woke United Methodist for a Woke Hug celebration with a partner of your choosing. Cucumbers will be provided at no cost to you. Now, don't get me wrong. Major League Baseball's fucked themselves too. Rob Manfred's arguably the worst commissioner in professional sports, moving the All-Star Game last year over mythical issues regarding voting rights, forcing the league to taste the rainbow, setting aside the entire month of June to celebrate woke Christmas, drag queens throwing out the first pitch. If it's not a drag queen, it's America's most hated reptile, the Fauci lizard. Players and managers refusing to come out for the national anthem a few months ago to push the false need for gun control. There are plenty of decisions baseball's made that have caused people to leave the game, stop watching the game. When it comes to the NBA, woke politics is the reason people have quit watching. We just saw proof of that this past season. The league distanced itself from Woke United Methodist. Ratings for the playoffs were increasing until they started pushing gun control. While I think wokeism it's part of the reason baseball's struggling, it's not the only reason. Major League Baseball has struggled for the past 10 or 15 years, well before the woke fungus infected sports. Last week, the now annual Field of Dreams game was played in Iowa. Last summer, this was a massive success for Major League Baseball. This league usually struggles when it comes to marketing. For the first time in years, Major League Baseball properly marketed something, and it worked. The first annual Field of Dreams game watched by 6 million people. The weeks leading up to it, baseball heavily promoted the game. I don't even watch Major League Baseball anymore. Even I knew when the game was being played last year. I actually watched a little bit of it simply out of curiosity. I had seen it promoted so much, so heavily, it piqued my interest. This year the game was played. I didn't even know about it until it was already over. Maybe I missed all the promotion, but I find that hard to believe considering I'm constantly reading media all day, every day. The level of promotion this season was non existent, and it showed in the ratings. Field of Dreams game last week, just over 3 million viewers. It was the most watched Major League Baseball game this season, and that's what got me to thinking. We're almost 5 months into the season, and the most watched game was 3 million viewers? It got me to wondering, when you think about the hierarchy in sports, NFL's the clear number one, most people consider baseball two, and the NBA three. But when you look at the ratings, the NBA is clearly number two, and it's not even close. These are the 10 most watched games so far in Major League Baseball this season. As you can see, this is absolutely pathetic. I mean, these would be great numbers for the WNBA dump. Those men would kill for 2 million people watch them try to play basketball. But for Major League Baseball, these numbers are absolute shit. A league supposedly all about diversity and inclusion damn sure doesn't have any diversity when it comes to popularity. If you took the Yankees off this list, the damn thing wouldn't exist. It's abundantly clear there's only one team in baseball people care to watch. The other 29 teams can't draw flies to a fresh turd deposited in the WNBA dump. Now compare that list to this list of the most watched NBA games last season. It ain't even close. The NBA's 10th most watched game would be near the top of the list for Major League Baseball. To add insult to injury, baseball games broadcast on TBS are being beaten by fucking European soccer on USA Network in the ratings. Now, ratings are not the only problem. Attendance is even worse. Over halfway through the season, 23 of 30 teams have experienced steep declines in attendance. It's down 6% this season, on top of the 5% decline from 2017 to 2019. Attendance across Major League Baseball has declined every year since 2008. Now, not only is this bad for financial reasons, but it also damages the image of Major League Baseball. The bar I go to for happy hour, every TV during the summer is showing Major League Baseball. Now, I don't know why, because no one is watching, but I digress. Every time I look up at the screen, I see empty stadiums. You know what that tells someone like me, a guy who grew up watching baseball, used to be a diehard baseball fan, but doesn't watch anymore? You know what that tells me? It tells me there is absolutely no reason for me to watch. If people are not willing to go to the games, why should I be interested in watching? Clearly, Major League Baseball is not drawing enough interest for hardcore fans to go, so why would casual fans care? Now, you would think falling ratings, falling attendance would be a concern in the front office. But no. Come on, guys. Why would this be a concern? Noah Garden, he is the chief revenue officer for Major League Baseball. He said in a conference call last month, "We are not worried about attendance. Right now, we are at 95% of where we were before Fauci fucked America." What? Are you out of your fucking mind? You were struggling before Fauci fucked America, and you're happy about declining 5% on top of the 5% that you had declined before? What kind of sense does that make? This speaks to a larger problem in Major League Baseball. They pretend problems don't exist. Don't worry about falling attendance. People are still afraid of the COVID. Don't worry about ratings. We have a deal with Apple. Everything will be just fine. Everything is not fine. The fucking house is on fire, and Rob Manfred's in the backyard fueling it with gas. Instead of comparing Major League Baseball to the NBA, I should start comparing it to the WNBA. At least the NBA's problems can be solved. Can't fix the problems in the WNBA. Women pretending to be men will never be as entertaining as real men. How do you fix the problems in Major League Baseball? I don't know. One of their biggest problems is the lack of marketable stars. And when I say marketable stars, I'm talking about dudes people can relate to. Last week, I finished the ESPN documentary series on Derek Jeter. It reminded me of the glory days of baseball. More specifically, why those were the glory days. The league was filled with toxic masculinity. Derek Jeter, Kurt Schilling, Randy Johnson, Manny Ramirez, David Ortiz, A-Rod, Johnny Damon, Nomar Garciaparra. They have replaced promoting masculinity with promoting guys like Brian Ruby, the first openly gay player in baseball, or Solomon Bates, the first openly gay minor league baseball player. Ooh. They forced players to promote the gay pride. It's like they have removed masculinity from the game, then they wonder why men aren't watching. You want to know why UFC is so successful? It's not Conor McGregor. It's not because it's fighting. For most people, UFC fighting's boring, without controversy, without storylines. UFC is successful because Dana White represents everything that the mainstream media hates. Toxic masculinity. Dana White does not give a fuck. While Adam Silver and Rob Manfred are taking the cucumber, Dana White is giving the finger. He's the star of the show. Who is the relatable star in Major League Baseball? Who do they have? Who can draw an audience? Aaron Judge is having a career year this year. How many of you knew that? He plays for the fucking Yankees. I bet most of you still didn't know. I don't know the answer to the problems. Fixing the NBA is simple. I don't know how you fix Major League Baseball. Maybe you guys know. Let me know. Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys tomorrow.